No illegals, no illegals.
Stop it.
He says, America, 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 America.
Dr. Steve Auerbach with New York Doctors Coalition, here also with New York Immigration Coalition, Make the Road New York, and New York Lawyers for the Public Interest. And we were here at 26 Federal Plaza because at least through the latter part of last week, numerous persons who had been kidnapped, grabbed without due process, were being held overnight on the 10th floor in 26 Federal Plaza, a space not meant for that purpose. One court has already had a preliminary injunction against this, but we were not aware whether or not persons were still being detained there. We asked to be let in. We were initially told it's a restricted space, despite the fact that it is a public federal building. They refused literally to face us, even though they are the ones that are claiming authority and responsibility on the public's behalf, and I say not in my name.
No hate, no fear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Immigrants are welcome
This
here.
is New York City, damn it.
It's New York City, damn it.
Free them all.
Free them all.
Hi, my name's Dr. Steve Auerbach. I'm with the New York Doctors Coalition. Since our founding in 2017, New York Docs has evolved to be an informal collective of all healthcare workers of all disciplines. We provide health professional support behind the scenes for a variety of progressive, social, economic, labor, justice, housing, carceral, and immigrant justice organizations and campaigns. We actually have healthcare workers who have been afraid to go to work because walking to work, taking the subway, while being a healthcare worker, appearing to be an immigrant, puts them at risk for coming in to take care of people. It is a nonpartisan fact per numerous reports from the Congressional Budget Office and other independent economists that immigrants, including the undocumented, are net contributors to Medicare and net contributors to Social Security.
Look, it's the self-hating Jew, Brad Lando.
So the
Right
old
up here.
MAGA.
Self-hating Jew.
Stop it.
No illegals, no illegals.
Stop it.
He says, America, 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 America. This is America. 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 America.
Free them all.
America.
We
Free them all.
America.
Free them all. Free them all.
Okay, folks.
Are you real doctor? Are you in court?
Continue with our agenda.
Free them all.
We are going to continue with our agenda despite the dishonest trolls.
Self-hating Jew right here.
So,
He supports Iran Mardami.
all
Iran Mardami supporter. We got a Iran Mardami supporter.
So let me be clear. I'm going to continue speaking. Feel free to not give the trolls your attention.
Iran Mardami supporter.
I am now going to continue speaking. Feel free to not give the trolls any attention. Let me be clear. Today's Medicare and Social Security is being supported by immigrants, including the undocumented. And for those, shall we say, older MAGA types, they need to be aware that their Medicare should have to be paid for by the immigrants. Now, all of that is true. And on our broader resistance agenda for a better America, I'm going to lay out a few specific facts that a few loud people, literally two people, have decided to not pay any attention to. So, first of all, let me lay this in stepwise out for you. Given the widespread lack of individual level due process, what is happening in our streets and what is supposed to be judicial hearings in these very hallways are in fact nothing but illegitimate kidnappings of presumptively innocent individuals and their families. Therefore, detaining them is illegitimate. So we say again, free them all! Free them all! Free them all! Now, in addition, let me point out that when the government does have de facto control over the bodies of these people, then that government has chosen. I agree. You know what? America, America, a better America, a better America, a better America, a legal, constitutional America. So, we know,
Citizens first! Americans first!
so we know that the government has an absolute duty to take care of persons that are detained. Let me repeat. If the government is taking the authority and responsibility to detain people, they have an absolute responsibility to care for them. And mainstream media reports and Senator Ossoff and others are daily reporting that there are people dying in detention, that there is physical and sexual abuse of the persons in detention. There is mistreatment of children, including minors in detention. There is the refusal to give medications that have been prescribed to persons that are in detention. They're being held in overcrowded overcrowding and unsanitary living conditions, inadequate food and water, denial of eternities, and as I said again, the cruel detention of children. As a pediatrician, I am calling for there to be an investigation of every person from Donald Trump on down for abducting, kidnapping, and holding minor children illegitimately. This is something that we call a reportable offense, and I'm calling Child Protective Services on Donald Trump, on ICE, on DHS. So, therefore, as licensed clinicians who have taken an oath to care, we demanded direct and unfettered access as independent observers
migration, no discrimination.
to give potential caregivers to assess the health status of those who are being detained. Now, we made this request, and what we discovered, we went up to the front door politely in our white coats. I showed my license, and we presented it to the front desk at 26 Federal Plaza. And DHS refused to come out to us. The poor contract security guys went back to ask DHS to come speak with us, since it is DHS that has the authority and responsibility to take care of the persons that are in detention. They have the authority and responsibility. Did they do it? No. They hid inside the building. They refused to come out to us. DHS refused to speak to us, just as they cover themselves up in their masks and they cover up the name tags. They know they are doing wrong, and their refusal to come out and speak with us, the refusal to let us have access to assess the health conditions of the detainees is, as far as I'm concerned, prima facie proof that A, they knew they are doing harm, and B, that they have something to cover up.
Thank you.
If persons who are being detained do not have access to independent health status evaluation, then we must assume that DHS has something to hide. So, we are asking that ICE stay out of all healthcare facilities. And doctors, as clinicians, we know that ICE has no role inside our healthcare facilities. All of our patients, U.S. citizens and non-U.S. citizens, all our patients deserve privacy. They deserve safety with their care. All of our patients deserve that. That's why I'm also calling on our health professional academies, my Academy of Pediatrics, other academies, internal medicine, family medicine, OBGYN, the AMA, and the local medical societies. All of them, and I'm calling on our hospitals in New York. Every single hospital, the executive needs to come out and say, ICE is not welcome in our facilities.
Communists, the mayor. Shame on you, Brad.
We need to use our collective voices as healthcare professionals, as well as electeds who are not sociopaths.
America!
That they need to, ICE needs to stay out of healthcare facilities. Finally, we demand that all of our state and city entities reject any attempts to collude with this inhumane detention and deportation agenda that the federal government's attempting to carry out. State and city resources must not be used to funnel anyone into these cruel spaces of federal immigration enforcement solely on the basis of their status.